Morning, everyone. Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I'm in a good mood this morning. Today is my last day here in Stockholm teaching at the Ballet Academy. I am so happy to go home. It's raining today here in Stockholm. I'm just looking outside. It's right behind this camera. And I'm just turning on the camera just to connect with you this morning and talk off my head. I had a very interesting day yesterday for me. I released 2 of my videos that just up onto Facebook, and it's so interesting. The fear that arises in me to do these, to release my my talks is like so strange, because that ego mind sits up, and I feel so good about sharing, but it's like sometimes it's really stupid. Yeah, maybe I talk about it a lot because it's like I'm working through it, but I don't, it doesn't control me anymore, and I'm inviting you to get in touch with that part of you that doesn't control you, where you want to be yourself and you want to keep on. So I'm just sharing that with you. So yesterday I released them and it felt so good. One time I read that to do something every day that makes you that scares you. So I do that, and yesterday, as you know, most of you, I dance on locations in all the cities that I go to. And yesterday I was in the old town, Gamla, doing my vlog. I just did a vlog there, and I decided that I would go to the square there in the Gamla and dance in front of the Nobel Museum, where here the Nobel Peace Prize is given out every year to some brave person who stands for peace and something that represents that. And I thought, when I dance, you know, it's like about me giving and sharing, and it's to bring peace, because I share myself, because in that moment I block out everything that is around me, and I feel so liberated when I do it and after I do it. But sometimes before I do it, the reason I started to do it is because it scared me, kind of thing. And which is really weird, because I'm a performer, but normally, like in my past, there was a stage and then I performed, and there was a distance between me and the audience, in a sense, you know. And I waited for that applause and all this. But now I put myself into situations where I dance in front of people, and it gets easier and easier. But sometimes before I do it, like, so I was alone and I didn't have my tripod or whatever, and I was concerned, I guess, a little bit about just leaving my camera like in the middle of some square where I was, because there's a lot of people. So I sat and I waited to come into contact with somebody who I would ask to film me with my phone, because I needed for them to hold it, and I was alone, so I was doing this vlog. And I sat on a bench and I waited for maybe, give or take, like a half an hour before I did my dancing. And so I had to ask him. So that was a way to connect with someone, a stranger, just somewhere. And I met these 2 Americans that were sitting next to me on the bench. There were several people coming and going as I was sitting there. So I finally got up my brave heart to do this. And so I had to ask these people if they would do it. And which is probably a very uncommon thing, not to take a selfie, but to take a video of me dancing. So I asked them that, and if they could watch my bag, because yeah, I had personal things in my bag, and yeah, all that. So I started talking to them, and I just said, excuse me, and there was a man and a woman, and there were a couple, I think they were Americans from California, and that was really an opportunity for me to just, I don't know, just ask them if they would do something for me and if they would film it. And at first, I think the woman maybe was a little bit skeptical, and she said to me, how long will this be? And I said, I don't know, like a minute, something like that. And she said, okay. So she was a little bit apprehensive maybe. So, but of course, I don't know, maybe I would be too, I don't know. But it was a situation, but she was nice and she said, okay, I'll do it. And I said, you can just sit here and you can just film me with my phone. And so, at that moment, I said, okay, can you just hold the phone? And her husband or her boyfriend was standing next to her and looking at a map or something like that. And I just said, okay, I will put it on the record. And I put on the recording, and I went into the square. So there's a lot of people in the square, and you know, it's like, I don't know, I pushed the button and I was like, okay, in my mind, this is the moment. I've got to do this now because I've pushed the recording and I can't come back. So as I was walking into the square to start my dancing in front of the museum, I thought, this is it. So I just go for it. So I just started to dance, and as I was dancing, a lot of people behind the camera actually started to stop, and they started to talk and point. And I could feel that, but I could feel that the sharing, there was something going on in the sharing. It was a beautiful moment for me, and I just kept dancing. So I think I danced for like a minute and a half, give or take, something like that. And it felt so good and liberating for me to just share in that moment. And then I came back and I thanked her for that, and she said, and it was a really beautiful moment for me, because she said, wow, that was so amazing, like, you're such a beautiful dancer. And I don't know, I didn't expect that, I think. And so it was a beautiful moment for me to connect with people I don't know. Beautiful, beautiful moment for me. And then she said, her boyfriend said, how do you get up the courage to do that? Are you not concerned about everybody watching you or anything? And I said, yes, of course, it scares me a little bit. And, but I'm getting better with it. And I said, I have a YouTube channel and I started to do this. So I'm fortunately a freelancer and I can travel all over the world, and I do my work and I teach and choreograph, and I started to do this because I felt it was my way of sharing, and it brings me out of my comfort zone as an artist, and I want to get more in tune with myself. And I said, we just started to talk, and I started talking about my conditioning, and that, you know, like, I don't know, we started talking about our person, and it was really interesting to connect, like, immediately with people like that. And I love those kind of connections, and I appreciate those kind of connections because it just comes out spontaneous. And how she was apprehensive was maybe normal for a lot of people, and I can understand, because perhaps the way our world is today, and, you know, to watch my bag and to do, I don't know. And we connected on quite a more of a deeper level than strangers do. And they were very kind, and they were complimentary to me about what I did. And so I gave her my card, and I don't know. So if you guys, I don't even know your names. I didn't exchange that, but I think, I don't know if I can't remember. I was in my space, and I thank you so much for doing that if you're watching. And I hope you had a nice time here in Sweden, and thank you so much for that. It was so nice, and it really meant a lot for me to connect with you on that level. And I walked away from there, and I was so proud of myself for being so brave to do that, and to yeah. And so yeah, that's what happened to me, and that's just what I want to talk about coming out of your comfort zone more and more and more. And I'm doing that, and I so find it very liberating, and I'm learning so much about myself, and I'm brave, man. I'm so brave about doing that, and doing my vlogs and doing my videos. So this is a really, really cool thing that's happened to me yesterday. And so I just want to say thank you so much to them and to you guys for watching, and just sharing these little stories and our experiences and everything can really inspire other people to come out of themselves and to really be themselves and to appreciate themselves for who they are, and to realize that there's so much more beyond our drama and our fear, which is an illusion, because if we don't do things that are outside ourselves or our comfort zone, then we maybe not learn. I don't know, it's my way to connect with myself, which is such a beautiful experience, and I'm just gonna keep doing it, and I'm just so happy and so grateful for that. So that's what my morning talk is about this morning, and thank you for watching, and have a nice weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. I'm flying back tomorrow morning, and I'm so grateful for that. Be on the couch and just rest. I need to rest. Lots of classes. I've taught 20 classes in the last 10 days, so it's pretty challenging, but it's good, and I'm so grateful. All right, much love, and have a great day, and keep it light, and keep loving, and keep sharing, and keep being, and just authentic and beautiful. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.